What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I did some damage for the Sephora savings event. So the Sephora savings event started October 31st for Rouge members. All Rouge members do get 20% off. Let me just double check the remaining categories. So Rouge, VIB, and Insider starts November 4th. So on Tuesday, you would get, for VIB, you get 15% off, and for Insider, you do get 10% off. Anything that is Sephora collection brand is 30% off. The code is everything. So I definitely did some damage. I'm going to share with you guys very quickly what I did get. Also, I want to mention I did hop on over to Ulta as well. First things first, I bought these little, is it kitsch like hair ties. I did also pick up this Real Techniques Slay the Night. This is a little brush set. I love Real Technique brushes. Honestly, every holiday season I tend to buy you know, holiday brushes and stuff like that, which is really not, that's why I have a lot of brushes. But anywho, I also picked up a backup of the Juvia's Place Ready Set Sealed. This is the Longwear Continuous Fix and Set Spray. My Ulta had only 2 left. I bought one more as a backup because I don't know, again, if these were not supposed to come out yet. I still have not been able to find them online. I don't see anything else about them. I'm hoping that they are going to restock, and you know, but I just picked up a backup just in case. And then I also did grab, CoverGirl just dropped these. These are the Squishy Lip Butter Bombs. Okay, y'all, I was really interrupted, but CoverGirl came out with these Squishy Lip Butter Bombs. I have Toasted Vanilla Marshmallow and Cotton Candy Grapes. I am going to put Cotton Candy Grapes on. This is the one that I've been using. It has like that soft, clear tip to it. When I say $11.99, I can do that. I almost feel like I want to go pick up backups of these. I know I am excessive and I need to stop, but definitely recommend getting your hands on these. I believe they have like 2 or 3 more. There's no tint to it, but they do have like a little scent. These do smell like, well, the grape one does have like that candy grape sort of scent. Vanilla is definitely a vanilla scent, but it's not overwhelming. I really do like these, and I think for an affordable lip balm as opposed to other ones, yes. So that is what I picked up from Ulta. Now we are going to get into this Sephora haul, and I am also going to go ahead and apply some makeup using some of these products. I'm not going to go too crazy, but before we jump into the videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a comment down below. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this Sephora haul. Alright, you guys, so first things first, let's get into the Sephora haul, and then I will definitely go ahead and play with some of this new makeup, y'all. So I did pick up this Lawless Daisy Darlings Mini Trio Lip Kit. So it comes with the shade Velvet, Butterfly, and Fresh. Is it Fresh? One of these shades, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 of them are new and are not, I think, I don't know if it's limited edition or what, just in this kit. But let me kind of take it out. So they are mini size, but that's okay. I know it's kind of bright, so I'm trying to pull it back a little bit just so you guys can kind of see the colors. I really do like Lawless. They're supposed to be plumping glosses. Honestly, they don't really have like a plumping effect, and I'm okay with that. I don't like anything that is too intense. It will be a no for me. Next up, I picked up 2 shades of the Born This Way Soft Blur Finishing Setting Powder. I have the shade Tan already. I do feel like it's a little bit a little bit darker. I feel like it is perfect for summertime maybe for me, but as of right now I do need something a little different. So the first shade I picked up was light for the under eyes, to brighten the under eyes. It was between this and the Fenty Beauty. I decided to opt and go with this one. And then I also did pick up the shade medium. So medium I would kind of use, hopefully it's not too light, but I would kind of use to set the perimeter of my face. I don't know, it looks a little bit light still, so we will definitely have to play with it and see. Maybe I don't need both of these. But next up, I did pick up a new Born This Way multi-sculpting concealer in the shade light beige. So this is a little bit lighter than the shades that I do have, which I needed something lighter for the under eyes. I feel like the tones that I already have kind of match my exact skin tone. Next up, I did pick up the Patrick Ta. This is the Major Dimension Eye Illusion Eyeshadow Duo in the shade When the Sun Sets. Now, you guys, this was $42 by itself. I know, but I felt like this would be the perfect time to take advantage of some of those luxe items that cost a pretty penny. How do you open this? See, I'm about to break it. Oh, there we go. So this is what it looks like. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So I can't wait to play with that, honestly. And then I also picked up Makeup by Mario's new palette, Ethereal Eyes. Every holiday season, Makeup by Mario and Patrick Ta release something, and I try to get my hands on it so that way, you know, I like his formula. I honestly really do like the matte packaging better. And this is what this eyeshadow palette looks like. Very pretty. I feel like for the most part we probably already have these tones, but I definitely wanted to pick it up and test it out. I will be very honest, I do have a list of items that I personally feel like that was in my cart. My cart initially was almost $900. The fact that I took so much makeup out, I do still have some stuff left in my cart that I'm debating if I want to pick up, but at the same time, part of me, there's a lot of products that I did take out of my cart that I just felt like wasn't necessary, and I will share that as well in this video. Next up, I picked up Makeup by Mario's new foundation, the Surreal Skin Natural Finish in the shade 12O. I'm glad I went into the store and I just went by myself. I went into Sephora. I had time to shop around and swatch things. So that is what I did to make sure that I was picking up the right shades. I don't want to have to do any like returns or anything unless it's something I don't like. I picked up a Haus Labs foundation. Now, you guys, if you've been watching me, you know this is my favorite foundation. I love this foundation, but I do have the shade 330. I picked up the shade 300, which is medium neutral. I feel like this is definitely a perfect match. 330 is more of like my summer shade. I feel like I could still get away with it even now, but I wanted something a little bit lighter that will match me better. I picked up a backup of my water powder serum by Danessa Myricks. This works perfectly in my T-zone, seeing as that I'm an oily combo girl. So alright, last but not least, you guys, I picked up the 3 new blush palettes from Huda Beauty. I do apologize, my battery had died, so I had to change my battery, but anywho, I picked up these 3 new palettes. When I tell you, when I saw them, when I saw Huda talk about them, I'm like, I gotta get them. No, I don't need any more of anything. But first of all, I love the packaging, like this silver, like it just feels like textured. Like, I love this. So this first one we have is called Baby Pink. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Next one is Roseberry, and I feel like this is honestly my favorite next to Baby Pink. So these are that rosy, you know, rosy tones. And then last but not least, this one is Toasty Peach. This one is my least favorite. It's more of an everyday wearable palette, but I'm still going to use her obviously at some point, and that is everything that I picked up during the Sephora savings event. Now we are gonna go ahead, do our makeup, do a nice little base. Um, for primer today, because I'm not going anywhere, honestly, I am going to just use this Power Grip on the perimeter, and I am going to go in with my Denessa water powder serum in the T-zone. And let's go ahead and jump into today's makeup look now. All right, you guys, starting off with what I did not get, this Huda Beauty. This is like a 2-in-1 blurring powder. I wanted all three of the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palettes. This Patrick Ta holiday kit with the blush and lip gloss is also something I wanted. Next up, this Makeup Forever HD Skin Concealer. This is a newer concealer. I also did have this Dior Backstage Glow palette on my list. The new Charlotte Tilbury Matte Setting Spray, as well as the new Denessa setting spray. It's like a powder setting spray. So I had these things in my cart, and I decided not to get them. As far as like the Huda Beauty, it is a powder that she combined the cherry blossom and like the pink powder. Personally, I feel like I rarely use my Huda Beauty powders as it is. So to buy something with 2-in-1, I have those two powders. It just didn't make sense. When it comes to the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palettes, again, I wanted all three. All three, $44 each for all three. And I just personally felt like I have so many different like brown tones that I did not need them. Um, they are honestly still in the back of my mind. Like I feel like I would get the medium and the deep palette, but I just at the same time I can't see myself pulling the trigger on those two palettes. In regards to the Patrick Ta blush duo with the lip gloss, it is a makeup gift set. So I've tried Patrick Ta blushes in the past, and that was like when he used to come out with like the blush palettes for the holiday season, and I just personally felt like I don't think that I know a lot of people love and rave about his blush duos. I just never felt like it was anything like worth splurging on. And then I was also watching another review of someone that did get this holiday palette, holiday gift set. And they said that the gloss wasn't really as good. The blush was the only thing good. I need both to be good for $50. Um, the Makeup Forever HD Skin Waterproof Concealer, that is also another product that is still like in the back of my mind that I'm thinking about grabbing. But I think what held me back from that is knowing that I really don't need any more concealers right now. I have way too many concealers. Like my drawer, I can barely close it. That's how many concealers I have. And I couldn't bring myself to, pulling the trigger on that. Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. I have always wanted this, and I see so many people talk about it, but honestly, I don't wear a highlighter that much, especially for $54 for a highlighter palette. It just didn't make sense to me. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Matte Setting Spray and the Denessa Blurring Balm Mattifying Setting Spray. The reason why I did not pull the trigger on those two is because I just purchased and also bought a backup of the Juvia's Place setting spray, and I just personally feel like I don't want to be excessive. I already have a lot of setting sprays that I don't use, that don't get much use. So I decided on those two, I am going to hold out and wait. So that is pretty much my reasoning behind the palettes that or the items that I did not purchase. Again, nothing is really necessary. It is just based off, do you want it, do you not? Are you going to try it? Are you not? So nothing at all is worth you necessarily splurging and breaking the bank for. I think that over the years we have been way too excessive when it comes to
purchasing makeup, so I really wasn't trying to do that this time around. I was very cautious of what I was spending and what I was purchasing. Um, but that is pretty much my reasoning behind not picking up a lot of the products that I mentioned to you guys. And then I do want to jump into some products that are currently in my cart. And I'm going to post like a little video snippet of those items. So I do have two shades of the Sephora collection retractable eyebrow pencils. They are waterproof. I have the shade Granite, and I do have the shade I believe it is Ebony. So I have those two shades currently in my cart. I also do have a refill purchase of the Sephora collection Fluff and Fix 12-hour brow wax. When I tell you guys, I've mentioned this in a video before, but the Sephora collection brow wax, like brow gel, is definitely a good brow gel that I feel like you guys should truly try out. I do have the Lily lashes. These are the half lashes in the style Wild Child. Fenty Beauty Rose Amber lip luminizer. So it's the new shade of Fenty gloss. I do feel like that one is a more like cool tone gloss, and I have really been on like a cool tone kick. So I feel like that one will work really nicely for what I like. Also, I do have the new Sephora Collection Pro Foundation brush in this in number 40. It is a angled foundation brush, which I really do want to try. Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin in the shade Main Squeeze. It is a like a skin prep item, if you will. Kind of has like a glowy effect to it. I do still have that in the cart. The Lawless Forget the Filler Gloss in Cherry Vanilla, and Haus Labs Sculpting Contour Stick in the shade Silhouette. So that is honestly the only things that I have left in my cart that I'm debating about purchasing. And honestly, even just talking about those products right now, I'm just kind of like, I can do without a couple of them as of right now. So let me know though in the comments, what did you guys pick up? What are you guys thinking about picking up? Um, or if you are even shopping the savings event at all. Um, but yes, that is pretty much what I picked up. That's what I have. And that is pretty much the damage that I've done. Again, I'm going to go over my cart currently just to kind of see if some of those things I can just kind of like take out. Things that I just know that I really don't need right now. Not really checking for right now.
Okay, you guys, so this concludes today's makeup look. The skin is very much so matte and set. I was a little worried about this shade in the Makeup by Mario foundation. I feel like I had to obviously let it settle in, and then obviously once I applied bronzer and blush, everything worked out very nicely. It did look a little bit too light at first, but the other shades that I swatched really didn't they were a little bit darker. So I do apologize. I am having something is going on. Both of my eyes are watering very bad, so I did not put on any lashes today. um, there's just, I don't know what it is. Both eyes are irritated. In regards to the eyeshadow palette, I don't feel like I was able to really give it a true test because of, my eyes watering. So I'm definitely going to have to do that in another video. As far as the Patrick Ta, these are cute. I don't think that I would purchase any more than this one. It is definitely glitter. You get better payoff using your finger than you would a brush. But for $42, it's like, I'll keep this one. But the other ones that I had in my cart and in my like little saved like wish list, I am going to be taking those out. I think overall my favorite from this has to be the Huda Beauty blushes. Those are definitely something I recommend. Definitely something that I would say is a good buy. Um, and I don't know. I think that's pretty much it. for today's video, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, let me know what you guys have picked up, what you are going to go grab if you haven't done any shopping yet. Definitely shop responsibly. We still, you know, we are in some trying times, so I didn't want to do too much damage. I got what I felt like I really wanted, and I got some of my backups, so I'm pretty content with what I have. There's nothing that I see that I'm like, I'm gonna go return it, but overall this was a good little haul. I will definitely, I'm debating if, you know, the things that I mentioned that are still in my cart, I'm debating if I'm going to still grab those items. But that is it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.